Having a kid is probably one of the riskiest things anyone can do. Not only because, well, it's a kid, but also because you never know how he's gonna turn out when he grow up. He could either be a professional athlete, a famous singer, the US president, or he could turn into a drug dealer, a gambler, or worse, a content creator on OnlyFans. I swear to God, bro, if my son grow up and become one of those, I'm not complaining, cause we're making some money, yeah. What I mean is, children are difficult, and the way you raise your kids says a lot about who you'll become in the future. I always see kids on the internet yelling at their parents or doing some shameful stuff, and it makes me think, who raised you? So as a Gen Z guy living in freaking Africa, I'm gonna raise my kid in the African way. And let me tell you, my son will be unstoppable, passing every school exam and saying, yo, I'm built different. And the first thing I'm gonna do is to take away his technology. No laptop, no iPhone, just an iPad 2 hours a day in children's mode. This way he can still learn good stuff and be far from all these Gen Z and Gen Alpha YouTube short videos. They can really mess with a kid's mind, making they say things like, yo father, why don't you have any skibidi toiletries? What bro, what are you saying? Kids these days scare me, man. They spend all day creating new language, watching Kaizenat streams, and donating all their dad's money just to hear some "thanks for the 50 gifted, Roblox Master 10." That actually terrifies me. Watching the clips is fine, but watching the actual life, there are people who do this? No, I can't live with that. Now, before you say I'm a bad parent, no, I take father-son relationship very seriously. That's why we're gonna play video games together, run around the city like the Creed movie, you know what I mean? Just being my best friend, doing all the cool stuff I couldn't do as a kid. If there's a new game release, I'm there with him. New Barbie movie in the theaters, I'm taking that little man, both of us wearing pink, to watch that thing together. Raising up some snow bunnies together, we're creating memories. But for that to happen, my son gotta be a little crazy like me. If I ended up with a geek or an introvert kid, man, that would be disappointing. Nothing against it, but damn, I couldn't handle walking around with a talking book saying fun facts nobody cares. Did you know butterflies taste with their feet? They have sensors on their leg and they... Wait, there's actually a cool fact. Maybe a geek isn't that bad. Now, for the insecure or the shy son, I already have a backup plan. It's called the fit. A good fit is a solution for every problem, and my son, he's gonna put a shit on. Having a good outfit isn't just about flexing, it's one of the main keys to self-esteem. What we wear every day completely changes how people see us, and dressing well can make us feel unstoppable, even if you're quiet or not that good looking. Just put some Jordans and boom, you're getting all these 10 out of 10 got Latinas. That's how serious the fit is to me. You see, in my childhood, my mom was the one who chose my outfit. We didn't have much money, but she always made it happen. So I was walking around with some Timo Peaky Blinders drip, Spider-Man pants, Likey shirt, and shoes that, bro, let's just say she was cooking.
I'm one of one. I'm number one.
That's why I'm passing her talent down to my descendant. Wait.
Descendant.
Descendant. Yeah, that's the word. So yeah, even if my kid turns out to be a little nerdy, the fit will fix that. Now, let's move to the controversial topics. Would I beat my son? I'm African, so if this kid start acting up, ooh, baby, I can. In my city, it's crazy how normal violence is when it comes to education. It actually scares me. Even teachers do it. Everyone encourages. And honestly, it works for many people. I got beaten a lot as a child, and I turned out pretty well. But I'm not gonna beat my kids. I don't support violence. I'll use a different technique. Disappointment speeches. They can hurt way more if done right. If I see some bad behavior, I'll just say, I'm very disappointed at you, son. And the next day, the little man gonna do everything to make me proud again. Now, another controversial thing that I will definitely do to make my legacy part of the top 1% men or women of this world is let my kids make his own choices in life and give all support I can. Why it's controversial? Because it's risky, especially if it's a girl. Your attention level has to rise by at least 50%. Without supervision, she could end up a OF creator putting ads on a street billboard. Yeah, that's actually happened in Brazil. And that's my biggest fear. Somehow, Parents in my city still give their kids a lot of freedom. You often see 9, 10 years old walking alone to the grocery stores to buy a Coca-Cola. And they end up being pretty good persons. That's why I'm taking the risk. These kids are very... Wait, I say kids too much. Let me use a different word. Bunnies. Bunnies are magnificent beings. I don't have one and I don't want one yet. Maybe when I'm 50. But we have to protect our bunnies. Doesn't matter if it's your brother, your nephew, or your neighbor's son. If you have one, love them. If you don't, get one. And if you are the bunny, then you probably click at the wrong channel. That's pretty much everything I wanted to say. I appreciate all the love you guys showed on my first video. That's crazy. And to my OGs, I'll never forget about ya. Your comments really make my hair better. I love you all. Bye.
Nós pitbull.